Hey guys, JV here sharing my impressions of the first 5 hours of Mafia III. This is a revenge tale, and that is apparent from the very beginning. Lincoln Clay, the mixed-race Vietnam vet protagonist, is out to kill the man who betrayed his family, Sal Marcano. Actually, that's not all he wants to do. He wants to dismantle the Italians' crime organization piece by piece, capture each district in New Bordeaux one by one, and make everyone involved pay for what they did to him. These goals are achieved through a gameplay loop that seems to repeat itself from start to finish. Talk to an informant, complete a series of objectives to break down an operation, and then decide to kill or capture the lieutenant. It's a satisfying process so far, but I hope it doesn't get old by the end of it. Luckily, I've found the shooting, stealth gameplay, and scenarios within this loop to be varied enough. The narrative is told through a series of interviews and FBI hearings, which break up the action and give some insight into the story. It's important to realize that while Mafia III is an open world, its narrative is very linear. In an industry that is oversaturated with open-ended choose-your-adventure narratives, the focus and sense of urgency is a real breath of fresh air for me. What I've been most impressed by is the attention to detail in this world. Set in 1968, one of the most turbulent years in American history, Lincoln Clay is subject to the horrific realities of that time. If you walk into a particular restaurant, you'll be told to leave because you're not white. Lincoln clashes with enemies that bear the Confederate flag, while ordinary people on the street direct racially insensitive language towards him. Police will shoot for Lincoln first if they catch him fighting other mobsters. These powerful moments highlight the value this experience has as a period piece. Mafia III has done a wonderful job of making me feel like I'm walking around in Lincoln's shoes. Not to mention, the music is absolutely incredible. In the title screen, you'll hear Jimi Hendrix every single time you start up the game. On the radio, you'll hear Creedence Clearwater Revival and the Rolling Stones. In cutscenes, you'll hear the fantastic score that captures the real bluesy, Bayou-inspired music of the times. 1968 is also considered the golden age of the muscle car, but there's a large variety of classic cars around New Bordeaux, all with white wall tires and connected row seats. Overall, the atmosphere of Mafia III has been carefully crafted, and it's been the highlight of my experience so far. One of the big marketing points for this game has been the underbosses, the fact that you can recruit them, and once you take over a district, you can give them permission to run it. So far, I've encountered Cassandra and Vito Scaletta, though my interaction with them has been limited. I haven't been exposed to those tough decisions yet, deciding who's going to take what and having one of them turn on me. I believe that's something that you'll encounter later in the game, but up to this point, I have been introduced to what it's like to run your own mafia. It's a system that correlates with the overall revenge story, taking back each district piece by piece, but it's really interesting to see how things shake out when you recruit underbosses, when you interact with their, associates, and how everything works together. Because I recruited Cassandra, I have access to this vehicle which comes to me wherever I am to deliver weapons. I can buy weapons. It's essentially a moving weapon vendor. Because I recruited Vito Scaletta, I have access to his hit squad, so I can just dial a number, pay a little bit of money, and have 3 mobsters come and back me up in any kind of situation. These are just a few examples of the things you can earn from your underbosses and from supporting them, and I believe they all have a certain tree where if you go down the list, you can actually see what you get out of investing in that particular person. Over my next 5 to 10 hours, this is a system I really want to see expanded. I want to be able to make those tough decisions and really have to sit down and decide, do I want this perk from an associate or this other one, and see how that conflict really shakes out. Including the underbosses, most characters are memorable, well-written, and well-acted in my opinion. John Donovan's fierce patriotism and blatant disregard for authority has been a real treat to watch so far. He's definitely one of my favorites. On the other hand, Sal Marcano is a very easy character to dislike. He is very ruthless, he's brutal, he is the epitome of an enemy mobster. If you have 2 mobsters fighting each other, Sal Marcano is the one that you want to kill. Lincoln Clay so far is a very likable protagonist for me. I think he has a good case for this killing. Maybe not all of the killing, there's lots of killing. He kills a lot of people in this game. He's mad, he's pissed off, he's seeking the revenge, and this is how he chose to do it, and it's absolutely insane, the massacre that goes on in this game, and it makes sense. The guy was in Vietnam, he was part of a special forces unit, he is very well equipped, and he has the ability to do this. Suffice it to say, my experience so far has been mostly positive, although there have been a few hiccups here and there, and they're mostly technical. I've been playing this game locked at 60 FPS on high settings on the new PC that I showed off on my channel. Sometimes the sky will turn a dark color with a splash of orange bleeding through. I don't know if there were some kind of crazy celestial events happening in the 1960s Louisiana, but it looks very unnatural and it happens often enough that it's distracting. Also, random artifacts seem to appear out of nowhere for no particular reason. I might be driving, I might be walking around, and I'll see some random block appear out of nowhere. This is just my experience so far, and while these are small issues that take out some of the immersion, they're certainly not game-breaking, and I hope to see them patched very soon. There's so much more I could talk about, but I just wanted to share my first 5 hours thoughts with you all here on my channel. If you couldn't tell already, I'm really enjoying Mafia 3 so far, and I hope to have the same feelings as I approach the end of this game. If you've been playing Mafia 3, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the game so far. Have you been enjoying it? Maybe not so much? Share what you're thinking in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more video game news, countdowns, and commentary every single day here on my channel. Talk to you next time.